Hello, hello. It is Katie and Cynthia here with Crystal Talks, a space for you to learn all about those amazing crystals, what they can do for you, plus some fun and exciting, interesting things about each of the crystals.
Cynthia here with Crystal Talks, a space for you to learn all about this.
There we go. Mercury Retrograde technology going all over the place, right? Have you experienced Mercury Retrograde lately? Let us know in the comments. We might have some tips for how to handle that. So we are super excited to be here today. We are going to be talking about, Cynthia, you want to tell them?
Citrine. I love citrine. It's like sunshine. You can carry around with you.
Yes, citrine is one of my favorites, like all-time favorite crystals. It's such a beautiful crystal. So let's pull a card real quick before we jump into citrine and just see what the energy of today is, what's going on right now. So I always pull a card when we start from the Illuminations card deck, which was designed by me through spirit and intuitive messages for you, for specific guidance and mantras to use to help you navigate through the energy of what's happening and stay in your highest level of alignment. So let's see what card comes up for us today as we begin to dive into citrine. And let us know, how have you been feeling lately? You know, we've got some crazy energy stuff happening, like what Facebook was down, all this, you know, flights being canceled. There's some big energy stuff happening right now. How have you been feeling? What's been coming up for you? Let us know. We are here to support you in navigating through those crazy energy times because it's all part of life. So, all right, this is the card that came up for us. As I feel and allow my emotions to flow, I open the door to healing and peace. So what this is saying is that now is the time to allow yourself to feel, to allow those emotions to flow. That's how you're going to come back into that peace that you really want to feel. So pretty powerful message there. But now let's jump into citrine, because citrine is super, super exciting. And in fact, we have some interesting facts for you in regards to citrine, but I had this really beautiful citrine I just wanted to share with all of you. Just love the citrine. It's like light, like Cynthia said, it's like light shining through. So really interesting fact about citrine is the name actually comes from the French word citron, which means lemon. And there are lots of different thoughts or beliefs out there of where the name citrine came from, but they all stem back to citrus of some kind. The word of citrus or lemon in different languages all comes back to citrine. So it really brings that bright, citrusy, fun and energizing energy as well. Another really cool fact I thought was that movie stars in the time between World War I and World War II wore oversized and elaborate citrine jewelry. Like, so much citrine jewelry was worn by movie stars in that time. Cynthia, I know you had some interesting facts too. You want to share them with us?
Citrine, interestingly enough, it ties in with your card pull, is the crystal of manifestation. These first 5 sessions that we're doing are the master crystals, the ones that everybody should have in their crystal tool belt. And it really is one that you bring in, use to bring in whatever it is you want into your life. And that includes financial prosperity, because it's also known as the merchant stone. If you're working on financial transactions or trying to, get ahead in the financial field, that's definitely something that, you're going to want to keep around and have with you. Interestingly enough, too, citrine will not hold negative energy. It's one of the only 2 that never has to be cleared. Citrine and kyanite, which is a whole different field. Citrine is that little bundle of joy that just sits there and keeps on doing itself. I will give you a little word of caution that citrine can be a little more expensive. So the imitators are out there. Citrine can be heat treated to deepen that beautiful golden yellow color, and that's fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. The properties are still intact that you want in the citrine, But you do need to be aware that some people will also heat treat the amethyst, and smoky quartz can be done the same thing. And then those don't have the properties of citrine. They, of course, have the properties of amethyst or smoky quartz, which are powerful too, but not citrine. Yeah, they're different. So be aware of that when you're shopping for your citrine. You want to get it from a source that you know and trust. So love citrine. There's a goddess associated with citrine, isn't there, Katie?
There is, yes. It is Lakshmi. She is the goddess of wealth, fortune, power, beauty, and prosperity. And so when we talk about citrine, and like Cynthia shared, there are imitations of citrine out there because it can be a more expensive crystal and because it is so, so powerful. Citrine not only has that power, like Cynthia was telling you, it's known as the merchant stone, to pull in that wealth and abundance and prosperity and joy, but it also really strengthens your inner light. And what it does is it brings more light into your aura, which really creates this protective field around you. So it has some really, really powerful energy. And, like Cynthia said, the other stones that are used as imitators aren't bad stones. They're actually very powerful stones, and we'll talk about them, but they just don't have the same benefits as citrine. And so why don't you tell us some more of the benefits about citrine, Cynthia?
Well, we talked about it's the crystal of manifestation, and attracts the wealth, prosperity, and success. It also, personally, it helps us with our motivation. If you're a little lacking in motivation, it's a good stone to have around. And tied in with that, it raises your self-esteem and your confidence. I particularly love it because I like to have some creative side interests. And it also boosts our creativity at the same time. So got a lot going for it. It brings out your inner light. I mean, it's that sunshine. It's just amazing. Physically, it works. Katie will talk a little bit more about the chakras, which of course tie in with the body systems that it works with. But it's very beneficial to use to to support someone who's diabetic, or if you have kidney or bladder infections, and just overall, it's a great stone for new beginnings, and, new pursuits.
Yeah, and so like all these benefits of citrine, right? It really works with the element of light, right? Like the sunlight and light and expansion in that element of light. But within your chakra system, so like we talked about, the benefits are creativity and the different body, systems or infections that it can be supportive in. So it works with your sacral, solar plexus, and crown chakras. Really, your creativity is big in your sacral chakra, and your joy and your belief in yourself, your self-esteem, all of that is in your solar plexus. And your crown chakra kind of holds this space of expansion and opening up to those new beginnings and new ideas, and opening up in that space of expansion and new understandings. And so what we think about creativity a lot is that it's like a painting or making jewelry, or doing these things where we're making something physical that we can touch and hold, and that's beautiful, right? But creativity is actually every choice you make. Every choice you make is the process of creation. And so citrine is really powerful in giving you this inner light and this almost like uplifting energy as you make those choices and you create the reality that you see in front of you. And that's really what manifestation is all about, right? And so it's just such an amazing stone to have with you, to carry on you, to use in meditation, to put in your roller bottles with your essential oils, right? To like add on to the benefit of the essential oils. It's just such a powerful crystal to have in your toolbox and to use all the time. So do you want to tell us about the essential oils you can use with
love me those essential oils. You want to amp up that creativity, pull out your wild orange. And wild orange is the oil of abundance and creativity. So right up that same line. If the motivation aspect is the one that you want to boost, then jasmine is a great one for that. Mental clarity, lemon myrtle will do a great job. Diabetes, coriander is a good oil that's a support. And spiritual manifestation, there's always frankincense, but lucia is a great one as well. If your manifestation that you're going for is more in your in the spiritual realm of things.
And I love to use the citrine with wild orange and during like meditation and during yoga to really enhance that growth of light and opening up that creativity in the space of like being able to create that reality. And like you said, spiritual manifestation and all these things that citrine does. And so one of the ways I really like to use citrine is in meditation, holding citrine, and it really supports you in opening up that inner thought process, like connecting into your intuition and opening up your thoughts to new perspectives, to new possibilities, but it also increases the flow of life force. So it's not only going to help you open up your mind, it's also going to help you increase that flow of prana, that life force within you, which is going to help you to clear out really any blocks that are tied up, because that increased flow of life force is powerful. Like if you think of rushing water in a river and you've got some like log or something blocking it, and that rushing water flushes it through, when we get that increased flow of life force, it really supports us in clearing out those blocks. And so in yoga, I like to do poses like goddess pose because it's very empowering, helps you to stand in that self-esteem and self-worth. Baby wild thing just opens up that whole like sacral, solar, heart, throat, all the way up. Boat, because it brings you into that power and strength. And then tree pose for really increasing that flow of life force. So it can be really, really an awesome stone to use. What's your favorite way to use it, Cynthia?
Well, I just like to carry it around with me. I like to look at it. I like to have it. So I have citrine in many different places in the house, certainly in my office, in my work area, on the ledge in the window, so I can see the light shining through it and get the benefits of it that way. But I forgot to mention one of my favorite things to do with citrine is to give it as a baby gift, because a baby gift, you can give it as a sphere or some sort of a little statue, and it helps support the intelligence and health and happiness, curiosity, confidence, and the healing wisdom of that brand new being. So it's a beautiful little gift to give as well, to support that child throughout their life in this realm. So
that is such a cool gift to give. Like that is such a cool gift to give, and it's really just it's so like as we do these talks and like we're learning all this stuff about these stones, I think it's so fascinating to learn about the history behind it. Like how long has this stone been used, right? And like you're talking about giving it to a baby and using it to help support that joy and that intelligence and like that flow of life force in all these areas, right? And it's been used for so many years in ancient Rome, in Greece as far back as 300 BC, and in Scotland in the 17th century, men used citrine in the handles of their daggers and their swords. And then after that, they started putting it in their kilt pins. And so it was really used as this stone to be supportive in that joy, that increased life flow, that inner light growth, like all of those things. And the Egyptians also used citrine as talisman. So there's all these different cultures and history that have been using citrine for so long. And it's just so amazing to learn this and to know like we're still using these things that they have been using for so long to support us as well. Don't you think that's so cool?
It's absolutely fascinating. It truly is. And I'm glad to see so many more people now embracing that. It seemed to go quiet for a while, but lately people are really bringing this knowledge, this ancient knowledge into their lives and making it new again, making it their own. which is beautiful.
It is beautiful for sure. Well, let us know. Are you a citrine lover like we are? Do you like citrine? What's your favorite way to use it? Drop it in the comments and let us know. We'd love to hear from you. And we are going to leave you today with 2 mantras that you can use with citrine. My inner light is strong and bright, and I am abundant. As I breathe, abundance in all its forms flows to me. 2 really great mantras to use with citrine. And thanks for being here with us today. We'll see you next week.